To change the appearance of our footer, first I want to change the background color. So I'm going to here check in the web tools what is happening with the footer. There it is. There is no declaration of background color, and of course it's taking over the body background color declaration. So I'm going to make one here, background color, and check with my Color Slurp app because I was playing with the colors and I wanted to have a less contrast in the footer so that content area is a bit more visible. So just subtly, but with a little difference. And yes, I'm going back to the inspector, putting the color here. Yes, this is how it's supposed to look like. And then I have to remember that a footer ID is color font and the class is site footer. Copy, going to the style sheet. And somewhere up here, oh yes, we have colors override. I see I have made a mistake. I'm going to delete that and paste the background color here. Let me make the brackets like so. And the footer had an ID of color font and the class of site footer. Now let me check if this is going to work without declaring the important attribute. Refresh. Yes, it's working. This is great. And now we can work on the widgets. So every time you see meta in WordPress, you can take a bet that this is a widget. And I am going to check here with the web inspector. Yes, here is the aside element, which is declared as a widget area. And in some WordPress themes, there is a sidebar on the left or on the right, which is also widgetized, so to say, where you can put these chunks of code, very practical, functional elements that are going to enhance your theme. So I'm going to head to the dashboard because I don't need all of these widgets. Here in the appearance, go to widgets, and I'm going to remove all of these, like so. And take a look at my sketch. Now here I have 4 lists of text, and some of them have links. What I need basically, I cannot find among these widgets here. I'm going to use the custom HTML, which is a very, very practical widget where you can create whatever content in HTML directly for your footer or the sidebars, depending where your aside element is. So for my footer with widget, I'm going to put in the custom HTML, add widget. I don't need a title for it. I'm just going to declare a parent flex element. It's going to be very original. Footer flex. And then inside, I'm going to have 4 div elements. The first is going to be copyright. The second, sorry, I forgot here, class. It's going to be the address. The third, just going to copy these 2, put them inside, and then change this contact and languages, because one day this page is going to be in German and English. I'm going to save this in between and then declare the lists. And this is not really what I wanted it to look like. So after much tweaking, I have played with this code and with the widgets around. I have found a solution to have the footer look like I wanted it to. And that is here in the CSS code. I have to change several things. For example, here, footer flex, I have to create space between, and I also have to decrease the font size. I'm going to put it at 0.7 EM. Also, the footer flex div has a padding of 12% and it has a width. I'm going to put here 300 pixels. And also very important, align self to self start. This is going to push the text in the div itself to be aligned with the top line, and the footer flex is going to have align items in the center, the vertical center of the footer. Also here in the UL, I have to declare the width of the 200 pixels. And I think I have declared everything that I've forgotten. So I'm going to save this, push it on the server too, and then refresh. It still needs a bit of tweaking. For example, it's not aligned with the start of the content here on the left. And this is because this element as well, I'm just going to inspect the element here, the copyright, also has a padding on both sides. So I'm going to remove that by going to CSS and declaring the footer flex div first child is not allowed to have padding. First child, padding 0, 0. Let's refresh. Now this looks better. There is one problem though, which I was thinking about later on, and that is the responsiveness. If I watch this on the iPhone, on the smartphone, I'm going to see only 2 of the lists. So I'm forced to create 2 widgets with custom HTML, and this is going to change here. So I'm just going to create another widget, custom HTML, and copy these last 2 lists, which is, I believe, contact and languages. Yes, contact. I have to close the div and then paste this here, but I'm missing the starting div, which is the footer flex. Okay, the editor likes that. No errors. This is done. Save, and this is done. So I'm going to refresh here. And when I push this to the smartphone dimensions, you can see I have all 4 of the lists here stacked above each other. I just have to declare maybe another class to this footer. And to do that, I'm heading to CSS again and declaring another class, footer flex 1, which I'm going to apply to the first of the custom widgets. I have to prepare this here and copy footer flex 1 into all declarations except this one. This is the first one, which is not going to have the padding. And footer flex 1 UL. I believe I have covered everything now with the footer flex 1. So I'm going to update this on the server and check what I've done here. Yes, I forgot to change the class in the widget. Let's go in there and declare this here, footer flex 1. Save, done, and voila. Now this is the footer the way I want it to look like. I'm going to add icons for the languages at some point, but for now I want to get rid of this disclaimer here at the bottom, and I can only do that in the template. And this is where we're going to see this purpose of the child theme, and what I've told you that you can change the structure of the theme by copying files from the parent theme into the child theme and changing the files there. So I'm heading to FileZilla and opening the 2019 theme, which I have on my computer. Otherwise I would have to go up to my parent theme on the server. Well, I like to have it here on my computer, so I can just easily copy my footer file up to the child theme. I'm going to edit that, and here it is. This is the footer, ID color font class site footer. And if I take a look, this disclaimer here, I'm going to check in the web tools. I'm sorry, I'm going to put this back on the right so I can have a better view. This element here is the aside we've just customized, but this is the site info, and within the site info this is the class site name and then the class imprint, and I think this is what I have to remove. So div class site info, and the link imprint, class imprint. This is where the next function starts, so I'm not going to touch that one. I'm just going to delete it here, save it on the server, and take a look here in the browser. Perfect.